What's up guys, welcome to the Nati. I'm Danny, and first of all, before I begin this video, I have to say Happy New Year. I can't believe it's 2019 already. 2018 just went by without even slowing down. Again guys, Happy New Year and hope you guys have a very good new year ahead. Without any further ado, let's begin this. It's One Piece time. So, I did not expect this to happen, but I think on 30th, like 2 days ago, a new One Piece chapter was dropped, and like I said, I wasn't expecting it, but it did. I was not gonna make a video on it, like I have to explain myself, like I think I haven't done a review on 3 chapters before this, so, and that's because there wasn't a lot of thing to talk about in those 3 chapters. Like I would consider those to be like a filler chapter, so there wasn't a lot to talk about. There was some stuff which was just happening throughout the story, but not a lot of things to talk about. So I thought that you guys would have been bored if I had done a video on those 3 chapters. So I thought, maybe I'll do another chapter where there is really something to talk about. So that's why I'm doing this. So excuse me for those 3 videos guys. Let's just get into this chapter. So this chapter as well wasn't that exciting or action packed, but there were a lot of stuff that we got and also a lot of information that was really helpful for us to understand what everyone were doing. So let's start off with the chapter where Franky is just running around gathering information on Kaido so that they could formulate a plan to fight against Kaido. So we get to see who he was training under at Wano. I mean, training as in like who he was a disciple of. So he gets into a fight with his master, and when he gets to know that he doesn't have the blueprint for Kaido's fortress, he runs away from there, and then he tries to go find where exactly his master had given the blueprints to. So he jumps from place to place, and for a brief moment of time he meets Kanjuro too, who's in a disguise, but they just skipped from that. So he runs around and finally gets to know that the blueprint was actually bought by, or rather stolen by someone who they clearly don't know who that is. So the identity of the person who took the blueprint is still a mystery right now, and Franky informs that to Kiyomon. We cut back and we see that Kiyomon and Inuarashi and everyone else are gathering resources for their people, all the food resources, and they are actually stealing from the people, from the Wano country people, and they're leaving notes saying that Shutenmaru, the mountain bandits, did this. So they are blaming it on Shutenmaru. I get why they're doing it, because they don't want any eyes on them on what their operation is going on here. So let's now, after this was just like kind of a filler arc, but it was very important because we wanted to know how they would get the blueprint. So this was a very important part of the story, and after that we cut back to Wano, or maybe I should rather say Zoro. Zoro is with a guy who is like super irritating. Like Zoro is irritated by him, I'm irritated by that guy. He's super irritating. Yeah, he's traveling along with him near Wano country, and after that we cut back to Wano country where like the juicy stuff of this chapter is, and that is we finally get to see CP0s talking with Orochi, and they are talking about how Doflamingo was the one who was communicating with all these really big entities around the new world, and now that Doflamingo is in jail, CP0s are directly communicating with Orochi, and Orochi doesn't give a flying F about CP0 or the marine government, because he has Kaido on his side, and he thinks that Kaido alone would be able to take on the world government. So that has to say something about Kaido as a Yonko, because if you think that, if you can assume that if one Yonko is enough to take on the world government, then Kaido must be really something. I think that was a testament to how strong Kaido is. But I don't know if he is, strategically, thinking about this, Orochi, but, or he's just plain arrogant or ignorant. So Orochi seems like a guy who may be a pushover and also kind of an idiot, but he's the shogun of the Wano country, so he might be powerful. So anyways, he's talking with Orochi, he's talking with CP0s about what he wants, if they want to communicate or establish a relationship with the Wano country, and the sole demand of Orochi is he wants fleets, and the most important thing is he wants Dr. Vegapunk, because we all know from previous One Piece arcs that Vegapunk is a mastermind when it comes to science, devil fruit, and everything that is intelligent or smart in the One Piece world. And I don't know why he wants Vegapunk. Maybe that's what Kaido wants. and he's just using Orochi as a mouthpiece to communicate with the world government. So I think that might be a mystery too. But I have to say that Vegapunk, I get why Kaido would want Vegapunk because that would help him with his devil fruit research, the artificial devil fruit, the smile devil fruits. So I think that's why he wants Vegapunk, because now that Doflamingo can't serve him smile, Vegapunk is the only person who can do it. So I think that's why he wants Vegapunk. And then we finally get a reveal of Orochi, how he looks like and what he is as a person. I mean, we get to see that, but how does he look like? And I have to say, I'm kind of disappointed because they did the same thing with a guy, I don't exactly remember his name. I think I'm going to put a photo over here, pic over here. The guy who has a lion devil fruit, and he was a disappointment too. I thought he was going to be a little bit stronger than that, but Luffy easily kicked his ass. And Orochi looks like the same kind of guy as well, because he kind of resembles Raizo, but Raizo is a little bit more powerful. I mean, is actually pretty strong rather than how he looks. But this Orochi looks like kind of a pushover, and I think Zoro or anyone in the Straw Hat, like the big three in the Straw Hat crew, Luffy, Sanji and Zoro, might easily take on Orochi and defeat him. He kind of looks like a pushover character, maybe someone who is just used as a story, continuity in the story. So I have to say that kind of a disappointment when it comes to Orochi, like the dragon devil fruit and all that. There was a really big hype around him, and the reveal, I have to say, is a little underwhelming as well. So I'm kind of disappointed, but maybe let's see. Maybe he's much more stronger than he looks, like how Raizo is. So maybe there is a surprise for us all. Like Oda might have a really good surprise behind Orochi as well. So I'm not, escaping the fact that Orochi might be strong as well. Finally, in this chapter, I have to say we finally get to see the Flying Six Brothers, who I think even X-Drake is in that Flying Six Brother as well. And we also see that Hawkins is joining them, and he's in search for a man. We don't know who exactly that is. Maybe it might be Zoro or Sanji or Law, but he's searching for someone. I think probably it's Law. I think it's probably Law or Sanji or Zoro. I think he's searching for the Mugiwaras, and he's with X-Drake and Page One or Pagon. We see a lot of peculiar devil fruit, zonal and ancient devil fruit. So it's gonna be fun. Like, they are coming into town to search a lot of people from the Mugiwara side. So maybe we see a fight brewing in the next following 2-3 chapters. So I'm pretty surprised. I mean, peculiar to see what kind of powers do they have. Like I said, a lot of zonal and ancient devil fruit witnessing in this chapter, in the final pages of this chapter. So I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. And all in all, I have to say, this chapter, the final 4 to 5 pages were really good. A lot of information for us fans. And I have to say, this is gonna build up for a really good story, or like sub arc for the future chapters in this year, maybe in January or February. So I'm excited. So thank you for watching the video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment down below, and also subscribe to the channel. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.